Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the show that puts obscure knowledge to the test. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, I'm Rob. This is Chris. We're both Royal Navy shipmates, and we both hail from South Wales.
Couple number two.
Hi, I'm David. I'm from Bury St Edmunds, and this is my friend Karen. She's from Tunbridge Wells.
Couple number three.
Hi, I'm Zoe. This is my mum, Joy. We're both originally from Devon, now I live in Lincolnshire.
And couple number four.
Hi, I'm Sue. This is my lovely husband, Colin, and we come from Haywards Heath in West Sussex.
And these are today's contestants. Thanks, all of you. We'll find out more about you throughout the show as it goes along. So that just leaves one more person for me to introduce. They say ignorance is bliss. So let's meet the man who, by rights, should be the saddest man in Britain. It's my pointless friend, it's Richard.
Hiya. Hi, everybody. Hiya. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Excellent. We've got two returning pairs today, one of whom were very, very unlucky last time. Sue and Colin from my old hometown of Haywards Heath. Colin gave us a lovely pointless answer on our football managers category. And then Sue gave a very, very, very almost right answer that got her 100 points. Zoe and Joy also back with us. Saw you got knocked out in the first round last time, so hopefully we'll see a bit more of you this time. And shipmates we've got.
Yeah?
It's nice. Is that a first?
I'm going to say yes.
I think it is. We had those two astronauts, but that's different.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So we've asked every question to 100 people before the show. As ever, the aim of the game is to find a pointless answer that none of those 100 people gave. And each time that happens, we will add £250 to the jackpot. Now, Naomi and Rachel won the jackpot last time, so today's jackpot starts off back at £1,000. There it is. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. OK, so remember, the pair with the highest score at the end of each round will be eliminated. And obviously, there is to be no conferring in the first and second round. Our category for today's round one is 1980s action film stars. 1980s action film stars. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns films released in the 1980s. Films released in the 1980s. Richard.
In a moment, we're going to show you the names of 4 action film stars. We need you to give us the name of any film that any of those 4 starred in during the 1980s, any time between 1st of January 1980 and 31st of December 1989. So any film that any of these 4 actors starred in, please, according to IMDb. As always, no short films, TV films, documentaries, that sort of thing, just feature films made for cinema release. Very, very best of luck.
OK, and here are the names. We have got Arnold Schwarzenegger, Harrison Ford, Mel Gibson, and Sylvester Stallone. I'll read those one last time. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Harrison Ford, Mel Gibson, and Sylvester Stallone. There we are. So, Rob and Chris, you all drew lots before the show, and today you are going to go first. And, Rob, you've elected to go first of the pair. Welcome to the show, Rob.
Thank you, Xander.
What do you do, Rob?
I'm a communications and information specialist in Her Majesty's Submarine Service. I've been doing that now for the past 27 years.
And I would imagine this is the sort of job I can't really ask you too many things about.
I'd have to shoot you, obviously.
Go on, ask him. Ask him.
OK, so now, Rob, there we are. You've got those 4 names on the board. What is the most obscure film from the 1980s you can think of, starring one of them?
OK, I'm going to be bold and take a punt, because this might have encroached into the 90s, so I apologise to my partner, Chris, if it does. I'm going to go Arnold Schwarzenegger, Conan the Destroyer.
Conan the Destroyer, says Rob. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. It's right. Oh, look at that. 1 for Conan the Destroyer. Very well done, Rob. Great start. Great naval answer there as well, Conan the Destroyer.
The Destroyer, no, absolutely right. It is a terrific answer, Rob. Very well played. And you were well in the time limit. It was 1984.
Wow.
Conan the Destroyer. Great answer, isn't it?
Yeah. Thanks very much indeed. Now then, Karen, welcome to the show. Great to have you here. You are from Tunbridge Wells.
I am, yes.
What do you do there?
I'm an HR advisor for an investment company.
And when you're not doing that, what do you do, Karen?
I like to horse ride, although I do fall off quite a lot.
How many times have you fallen off?
Only twice.
Well, that's OK.
Yeah. but I've only been on 3 times. So.
You know how they always say, get straight back in the saddle? In your case, I wonder. I just wonder. What are you going to go for? What's a nice film from the 80s, starring one of these fine people?
I'm going to have to play it safe. So I'm going to go Harrison Ford, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
OK, Raiders of the Lost Ark, says Karen. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Raiders of the Lost Ark. That's right. 20 for Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yes, a little-known art house piece.
Yeah, isn't it just? Yeah, from 1981, that film, amazingly. He was called Indiana Smith right up to the first day of production. And Spielberg
That would have been rubbish.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Indiana Smith? No one in Wales would have watched that, would they? Thanks very much indeed. Now, Zoe. Zoe, what happened last time?
It was unmarried historical figures. We're much better on married historical figures.
Yeah, I know. Where
That's
that one came
our
from.
specialist subject.
So this time, though, I think you and your mum are going to do fantastically
Hopefully.
well. OK, well, what are you thinking of?
I do know a few, and I really hope that this was in the 80s. So I think I'm going to say Cliffhanger, Sylvester Stallone.
Cliffhanger. OK, let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Cliffhanger. No, Zoe. I'm afraid not. That's an incorrect answer. Scores you the maximum of 100 points.
Sorry, Zoe, not a bad answer. It's a Stallone film from '93, Cliffhanger.
Colin.
Alexander.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
You played a blinder last time. We had a pointless answer from you. I feel Pointless owes you one. So I'm hoping you've got a brilliant answer up your sleeve.
Well, if Pointless owes me one, it would have had a different category than this, I think.
Yeah.
I'm afraid film stars is not really my cup of tea, so I think I'll have to go for Harrison Ford and Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back, which I hope was in the 1980s.
Oh, I like your tactics there, Colin. The Empire Strikes Back, says Colin. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said that. It's absolutely right. Oh, lovely low score there, Colin. Very well done. Very well deserved. Great tactics. 6 for Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back.
Well played, Colin. Do you know what year that was?
I should think, I'm guessing it was probably very early 80s.
1980.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Lord.
Just in under the wire. Well
Gosh.
played.
Very impressive. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at the scores as they stand. 1, the best score of that pass, Rob. Very well done indeed. Then up to 6, where we find Colin and Sue. Up to 20, where Karen and Dave are. And then up to 100, I'm afraid, for Zoe and Joy. Now, Joy, I refuse to let you leave.
I know.
At the end of the first round again. That can't happen. So we need a nice low score from you, and have to hope that's somehow going to keep you in the game. Best of luck. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, Sue, we are looking for the name of any film released in the 1980s featuring any one of these 4 actors. Sue, how were the 1980s for you?
I was busy bringing up children in the 1980s.
No, that's a good thing, because I imagine they might have wanted to see some of these films.
Well, I didn't get to the cinema very much, but
Ah.
I'm going to go on the Indiana Jones theme and go with Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. OK, well, you're on 6. The high scorers are Joy and Zoe on 100. If you can score 93 or less, you're through to the next round. There's your red line. Let's find out. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. How many people said that? Is it right? It's right, and you're through. You've done everything you needed to do there, Sue. Good answer, 13. 19 your total. Lovely low score.
Well played, Sue. Safe and sound. Released after Raiders of the Lost Ark, but a prequel.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. Now, Joy.
Yes.
What do you like to get up to, Joy? What are your hobbies?
I've taken up a new sport, short mat bowls, which I'm really loving. I've got a lovely 95-year-old man who's teaching me how to play.
Oh, is that a short mat?
Yes, short mat. Yes, definitely, that's what it's called.
Now then, Joy, let's have a brilliant low-scoring answer from you.
I'm going to say Kindergarten Cop. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Kindergarten Cop. Let's find out. You're the high scorers, I'm afraid, so there's no red line for you. You just have to hope this goes down a long way. You just have to hope it's correct. Is it correct, Kindergarten Cop? And if it is, how many people said it? No, the 200 Club, Joy. My guess is that's the wrong decade. I think it's the 1990s, I think. But good shot at it, though, anyhow. I'm afraid it does score you 100 points, takes your total up to 200.
It was a very good answer, but 1990, unfortunately. That's tough luck, isn't it?
Yeah. Now then, Dave. Good news, you're through. What do you do, Dave?
I build websites, Alexander. I'm a web designer.
For any particular kind of website, or just whoever?
Anyone. I've got some very peculiar and wonderful customers. I do have a belly dancer that I build a website for.
How often does she update her?
3 weeks, every 4 weeks. She does a lot of belly dancing.
Very good. Now then, Dave. Karen did pretty well, a score of 20 for Raiders of the Lost Ark. I think you might be able to do even better.
I hope so. This was my era. I'm going to say Sylvester Stallone and Escape to Victory.
Escape to Victory, says Dave. No red line for you as you're already through, but let's see how many of our 100 people said Escape to Victory if it's correct. Oh, it is correct! Very well done, Dave. It's a pointless answer, Dave! Very, very well done indeed. That adds 250 quid to today's jackpot, takes the total up to £1,250, and it scores you absolutely nothing, leaving your total at 20. Very well done indeed.
Brilliant, Dave. Well played. From 1981, Escape to Victory. He plays the goalkeeper. Have you seen Escape to Victory? I love Escape to Victory.
Years ago.
It's got Sylvester Stallone, Michael Caine and Pele. Very good answer.
Thanks very much indeed, and very well done, Dave. Chris, welcome to the show. You're no longer a submariner, is that right?
I was never a submariner.
You were never a submariner?
I was in the real Navy.
Letters, please, addressed to Chris, care of Pointless. We'll pass them on. The real Navy. Yes. Rob.
Can I just point out to
Yes.
Xander that there are only 2 types of vessels in the Navy, and that's submarines and targets.
Good stuff. Now, what about the 1980s?
I've got a Stallone one, but it's a bit iffy, so I'm going to play slightly safe. Commando, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Commando. Commando. OK, well, you're already through, so there's no red line for you. But let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Commando. It is absolutely right.
It does.
Very well done, 6. 6 takes your total up to 7, the lowest score of the pass. Very well done.
Brilliant play, Chris. Absolutely right. Yeah, from 1985, and it couldn't be more 80s, could it, as well? Now, let's take a look at some of the pointless answers on this across the 4 things. Now, Escape to Victory is a terrific answer we just had. Lock Up is a Sylvester Stallone film. Mrs. Soffel is a Mel Gibson film with Diane Keaton as well. Nighthawks would have been a pointless answer, Sylvester Stallone. Over the Top, that's set in the world of arm wrestling. Rambo 3 was a pointless answer. Very well done if you said that. You could have had Tequila Sunrise, that's Mel Gibson. The Bounty, that was Mel Gibson as well. And The Mosquito Coast for Harrison Ford, quite a big film. There were no pointless Arnie movies at all. So actually, Conan the Destroyer is the best answer of all the Arnie ones. So that's a very good answer as well.
Thanks very much indeed. So at the end of our first round, the pair will be heading home with their high score of 200. I'm sorry, Joy and Zoe. It's round 1 again.
I know. Yeah, never mind.
Never mind. Well, it's been great having you on both shows. I'm sorry we have to say
Really
goodbye to you
enjoyed
so
our
soon.
day.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for playing. Joy and Zoe, lovely contestants. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. And so we're down to just 3 pairs. And obviously at the end of this round, we'll be saying goodbye to another pair. I don't know which pair that's going to be. Karen and Dave, very well done. Lovely low score there. We had a pointless answer from you, Dave. Fantastic escape to victory. And Rob and Chris, the best overall score. Very, very good. And really not bad at all from Colin and Sue over there on the far podium either. I think this is going to be very hard fought this round. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 is headliners. Headliners. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns people who got a new job in 2013. People who got a new job in 2013. Richard?
Yeah, it's quite fun, this one. On each pass, we're going to show you 6 descriptions of people who got a new job in 2013. Can you tell us who those people are, please? The most obscure answer, obviously, is going to score you the fewest points. It's going to be 12 in all to have a go at home, so very best of luck.
Thanks very much indeed. So we are looking for the people who took up these jobs in 2013, and we have got original X Factor judge who returned to the show after a 5-year absence, Crown Prince of the Netherlands, who succeeded his mother, Queen Beatrix, took over as manager of Manchester United from Sir Alex Ferguson, became the 36th presenter of Blue Peter following a viewer's vote, interior designer who joined the Dragon's Den panel for the 11th series, and the Canadian-born governor of the Bank of England. I'll read those all one last time. Original X Factor judge who returned to the show after a 5-year absence, Crown Prince of the Netherlands who succeeded his mother Queen Beatrix, took over as manager of Manchester United from Sir Alex Ferguson, became the 36th presenter of Blue Peter following a viewer's vote, interior designer who joined the Dragon's Den panel for the 11th series, and Canadian-born governor of the Bank of England. There we are, 6 people who took up new jobs. What are their names? Now, Chris, we come to you first.
It's a bit of a punt, but I'm fairly sure that the Canadian-born governor of the Bank of England is Mark Carney.
Mark Carney, says Chris. Very good. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Mark Carney. It's right. Down to go 16. Very well done, 16.
Yeah, he was formerly the governor of the Bank of Canada. Now he's the governor of the Bank of England. Seems fair enough, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
If you're going for a governor of the Bank of England,
yeah,
be a good place to start.
Yeah.
Speaks the language.
Yeah.
He's been a governor of a bank.
Yeah.
Of a whole country.
Yeah. His sister Martha's done brilliantly on Radio 4.
Exactly.
And his friend Chili.
And it's his friend Chilicon. Maiden name, Valley.
Yeah, Chilicon Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop right now. Karen, what do we make of these people taking up their new jobs?
I'm going to have to go for the easy one. The original X Factor judge who returned to the show after a 5-year absence, Sharon Osbourne.
Sharon Osbourne, says Karen. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Sharon Osbourne. Is right. 60 for Sharon Osbourne.
Big score. Yeah, she was previously the governor of the Bank of Canada.
Sue, you are the last person to have this board, Sue. Talk us through it, if you fancy it.
Well, there's only 2 on there, I know. I know that David Moyes took over from Alex Ferguson, but I'm going with the interior designer on Dragon's Den, Kelly Hoppen.
Kelly Hoppen, says Sue. Kelly Hoppen. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said it. That's right. Oh, look at that. Very well done, Sue. Best score of the pass. 10 for Kelly Hoppen.
Colin and Sue proving their mettle again. That's doing Haywards proud there on the last podium. Well done. Let's take a look through the rest of this board. You were right about David Moyes. Would have scored you far more, though, so you went for the right one. David Moyes would have scored you 47 points. Crown Prince of the Netherlands is King Willem-Alexander. Would have scored you 1 point. And there's a pointless answer up there. Became the 36th presenter of Blue Peter following a viewer's vote. And it was Lindsay Russell. Lindsay Russell. Very well done if you said that.
Thanks very much indeed. OK, well, let's take a look at the scores. We're halfway through the round. 10, the best score of that pass, Sue. Then we go up to 16, where we find Chris and Rob, and then up to 16, where we find Karen and Dave, quite far out in front there. Dave, we need a good answer from you and hope it's enough to keep you in the game. Best of luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 6 more new jobs up on the board, and here they come. We have got cleric who became president of Iran, former Chief Executive of the Royal Opera House who was appointed Director General of the BBC, appointed as a new presenter of the Radio 4 Today programme, confirmed as the 12th Doctor on the BBC drama series Doctor Who, former royal executive enthroned as Archbishop of Canterbury, and became the manager of Chelsea FC for the second time. I'll read those all one last time. Cleric, who became President of Iran, former Chief Executive of the Royal Opera House who was appointed Director General of the BBC, appointed as a new presenter of the Radio 4 Today programme, confirmed as the 12th Doctor on the BBC drama series Doctor Who, former royal executive enthroned as Archbishop of Canterbury, and became the manager of Chelsea FC for the second time. There we are. Now, remember, we are looking for the people who took up these jobs in 2013. And, Colin, you're going to try and think of the one you think the fewest of our 100 people knew. Now, Sue did very well in the first pass there. Lovely low score of 10. The high scorers are Dave and Karen on 60. So 49 or less, Colin, sees you into the head-to-head.
Right, well, there's only actually one I know for sure, and I'm going to play safe on this one, and it's the Chelsea manager is Jose Mourinho.
Jose Mourinho, says Colin. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said it. There's your red line. If you get below that, you are through to the head-to-head. Jose Mourinho. It's right. 51. 51 takes your total up to 61, puts you very narrowly at the top of the scoreboard.
Yeah, it could be tense, couldn't it, on that middle podium? Yeah, Jose Mourinho is one of those many managers who give lie to the fact you have to be a great player to be a great manager. He was never a great player. So Alex was never an amazing player. Moyes wasn't, you know, but Wenger wasn't. But they tend to make the best managers people who weren't great players. Hodgson.
All bodes very well for me.
You'd be an amazing manager.
Wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Thanks very much indeed. Now, Dave. Ooh, Dave, if you can find a pointless answer...
I don't think I know one. I knew that one, and I only know one other, so I'm going to have to go for it. Confirmed as the 12th Doctor on the BBC drama series Doctor Who is Peter Capaldi.
Peter Capaldi, says Dave. Peter Capaldi. The high scorers are Colin and Sue on 61. You need a pointless answer to avoid becoming the new high scorers. But let's see how many of our 100 people said Peter Capaldi. It's right. 31. 91 your total, Dave.
Did what you had to do there, Dave. Puts the pressure on that last podium. Yeah, he's actually appeared in Doctor Who before, Peter Capaldi.
Yes, he has, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Now then, Rob, you're on 16. The high scorers are Dave and Karen on 91. 74 or less is all you need to get through to the head-to-head. You're not looking that happy at the moment. What about this board? Do you think you can talk us through any of it?
I've got more chance of growing polystyrene horns, to tell you the truth, Sander. The two that I knew have gone. So I'll go former royal executive enthroned as Archbishop of Canterbury, Di Petrol. I'm going to claim.
Di Petrol. Let's find out if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Di Petrol. That's a great answer. No, bad luck. Sorry,
Right.
I'm afraid that scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 116. Such a strong start, but I'm afraid you are now our high scorers on 116. Richard, Di Petrol.
Yeah, sorry, Rob. Di Petrol is the new governor of the Bank of Canada, I'm afraid. You have done very well. They're going to be a very strong pair, I think, on the next show, aren't they? That was unlucky.
Sure.
You were left with some tough ones there. So who's the former oil executive?
Justin Welby.
Justin Welby, absolutely. He's the Archbishop of Canterbury now. Would have scored you 8 points. The new presenter on the Radio 4 Today programme.
New presenter on the Radio 4 Today programme?
Yeah, Michelle Hussein.
Oh, yes.
And she would have scored you 4. The cleric who became president of Iran, Hassan Rouhani, would have scored you 1 point. Now, the new Director General of the BBC.
The wonderful. He is brilliant, actually.
Isn't he?
Can I just take... I'm going to take time...
I think before we... He's a terrific guy.
Yeah, Tony Hall is his name.
He is, for reasons that are beyond me, he's a pointless answer. I thought it would be like 94.
Yeah.
Because everyone's been all like, oh, Tony Hall, he's amazing all year.
He is.
And he is amazing.
He is amazing.
Isn't he? I saw him once fight a bear.
He also... They do say he brought a man back to life.
I did hear that. thing I know about him for a fact, he will hate us doing this because
Yeah, he will. He will.
There's a
He's
humility, and
modest.
he doesn't want people to know how handsome and brave he is. He's a hell of a guy, and he was a pointless answer. So very well done if you said Tony Hall at home.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of our second round, I'm afraid the pair leaving us with a high score of 116, very much against the grain of play. It's Rob and Chris. Well, it looked like you were going to go all the way through to the final, just on the strength of your very first answer. Conan the Destroyer. Very good.
And then, of course, you went commando.
That's right. Rob, Chris, it's been great having you on the show. We'll see you again next time. Look forward to it. And as Richard said, I'm sure you'll go a lot further then. But meantime, thanks very much for playing, Rob and Chris. But for the remaining two pairs, it's now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Sue and Colin, Karen and Dave. You're one step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £1,250. Now, we need to decide who's going to play for that money, and to do that, you're now going to go head-to-head. This time, the big difference is you are allowed to confer, and the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot, £1,250. Anything could happen, particularly now you can put your heads together. Best of luck to both pairs. Let's play the head-to-head. OK, here comes your first question, and it concerns exotic fruits. Exotic fruits, Richard.
We are now going to show you 5 pictures of exotic fruits. Can you identify them, please?
Thanks very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 exotic fruits, and here they come. We have got A, B, C, D, and E. There you go, 5 exotic fruits. Now then, Sue and Colin, you've played best throughout the show so far, so you get to go first.
I think D are Chinese gooseberries.
OK, I don't think so as well.
Do you think so as well? Right. OK, we're going to go with D, and we think they're Chinese gooseberries.
Chinese gooseberries, say Sue and Colin. Karen and Dave, talk us through the rest of the board, if you can.
OK, I think we can. B is a kiwi fruit. I think that would score highly. E is a passion fruit. I think that would score highly. I'm not sure about C, but I'm pretty sure that A is a kumquat.
And you're going to go for?
Kumquat, A.
A, kumquat. So we have Chinese gooseberries and we have kumquat. Well, Sue and Colin, you sounded pretty confident there. Let's hope you're right. Chinese gooseberries, you're saying for D. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. Oh, no. Not Chinese gooseberries.
No.
Karen and Dave have said kumquat for A. Let's see if that's right. All it has to be is correct, obviously, and you will win that point. It's right. 29 is what it scores, but all it needed to be was correct for you to win the point. And after one question, that's precisely what you've done. We are 1-0 to Karen and Dave.
Let's look at D first. It's not the Chinese gooseberry. It is the... Do you know that one?
No.
Would have scored you 9 points, and it's a rambutan.
A rambutan?
Yeah. B is a kiwi fruit. You're absolutely right to avoid that. It's a very big score. 92 points for kiwi fruit. Less exotic than it used to be, maybe.
Yeah.
Now, C is Aki. And would have scored you 1 point. Would have been a terrific answer.
Which bit of that do you think you're meant to eat? Just the black bits, I'm guessing.
The white bits, I think, behind the black bits, I think that's the actual fruit. That's the flesh of the fruit.
Oh, so the black bits are just the pips?
Yeah, they're protective. They're like knee pads.
It's like a sort of toad in the hole of a fruit, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Well, 1 point that would have scored you. Well done if you said it. And E, also quite a big scorer, passion fruit. And it would have scored 55 points. So anyone at home, the good news is you just had your 5 a day.
Thanks very much indeed. So here comes your second question. Sue and Colin, best of luck with this one. You need to win it to stay in the game. It concerns Italy. Italy, Richard.
Simply going to show you 5 clues now to facts about Italy. The most obscure answer is going to win the point.
Thanks very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 Italian facts, and here they come. We have got largest and most populous island in the Mediterranean Sea, whose capital is Palermo. Landlocked republic entirely surrounded by Italy and named after St. Marinus. Year in which a referendum abolished the monarchy. city that hosts the world's oldest film festival, and the main unit of currency that was replaced by the euro in 2002. I'll read all of those again. The largest and most populous island in the Mediterranean Sea, whose capital is Palermo. Landlocked republic entirely surrounded by Italy and named after St. Marinus. Year in which a referendum abolished the monarchy, city that hosts the world's oldest film festival, and the main unit of currency that was replaced by the euro in 2002. So there you are, 5 clues to facts about Italy. Karen and Dave go first.
I only know the last one.
The lira.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have to go with that one.
Sadly, we only know one, and it's the lira, which is the last answer, the main unit of currency that was replaced by the euro in 2002.
OK, the lira, you say. Sue and Colin, talk us through the board if you can.
Go on then.
And then pick your best answer.
Right. The landlocked republic, we think, is San Marino. The city that hosts the oldest film festival, we think, is Venice.
I thought the top one was Corsica,
Corsica. So
but I think we'll go with San Marino.
we'll go with San Marino.
San Marino, say Sue and Colin. So Karen and Dave have gone with lira. Let's see if that's right as the unit of currency pre-euro. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. Absolutely right, of course. Popular answer, though, 68 for the lira. Sue and Colin have gone for San Marino, the landlocked republic, entirely surrounded by Italy. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said it. You have to win this one to stay in the game. Best of luck. It's right. I think that's going to beat lira. Yes, it does. Very well done indeed. 31. Which means, Sue and Colin, you're back in the game. After 2 questions, it's 1-1.
Well played, Sue and Colin. Let's take a look through the rest of the board. Now, the top one is not Corsica.
Oh, it's Sicily.
It is Sicily, yes. Big scorer, though. Would have scored you 57 points. You were right about Venice. That does hold the world's oldest film festival. Would have been a very good answer as well. A better answer than San Marino, because it would have scored you 19. And the year in which a referendum abolished the monarchy is 1946. And that would have scored you 2 points. Very well done if you said that at home. Umberto II was the last king of Italy.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. OK, so we're coming down to a decider. Whoever wins this third question will go through to the final and play for that jackpot. Best of luck to both pairs. This third question concerns anagrams of chemical elements. Simple as that. Anagrams of chemical elements. Richard.
Yeah, it combines a lot of people's 2 favourite things, this chemistry and anagrams.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. There's going to be 5 in all to have a go at. Very best of luck in the studio, very best of luck at home. Whoever gets the most obscure answer is going to go through to play for the jackpot, so very, very best of luck.
Thanks very much indeed. So let's reveal our 5 chemical anagrams, and here they are. No crab, gent's nut, tiny moan, noble dummy, pry not. I'll read those one last time. No crab, gent's nut, tiny moan, noble dummy, pry not. There we are, 5 anagrams of chemical elements. Sue and Colin, you will go first.
Can you see the top one? No. There's only one we can work out, and that's the second one down, and that's tungsten.
OK, tungsten, say Sue and Colin. Tungsten. Karen and Dave, the board is all yours.
OK, the first one is carbon. The third one is antimony. And the last one is krypton. Noble dummy, I'm not sure on. So I think antimony, the middle one, is my choice. Thank you.
OK, antimony, say Karen and Dave. Tungsten and antimony. Sue and Colin went with tungsten. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said it. It is right. Good answer, 23. Antimony, say Karen and Dave. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said that. This to decide who goes through to the final. It's right. Is it going to beat tungsten? Yes, it is! Look at that, 16. Very well done. 16 for antimony beats 23 for tungsten, which means Karen and Dave, after 3 questions, you are through to the final 2-1. Very well done indeed.
Nicely done there, Dave. To knock out a couple from Haywards Heath is some going. I think the more we do Pointless, the more people know about their chemical elements. It's quite good. You're right about carbon. but it would have been a big scorer. Would have scored you 67 points. You're right about Krypton as well. Also would have seen you knocked out. Would have scored you 45 points. And this next one I get only because we do Pointless so often I've heard the word. Molybdenum.
Ah, molybdenum.
And that would have scored you 4 points.
Thank you very much indeed. So very, very sadly, at the end of our head-to-head round, despite a heroic performance across 2 Pointless shows, Sue and Colin.
We've had a fabulous day.
been brilliant.
Well, it's been lovely having you here. Thank you so much for playing. Sue and Colin, lovely contestants.
Well done.
But for Karen and Dave, it's now time for the Pointless final. Congratulations, Karen and Dave. You've fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted Pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our Pointless jackpot, which currently stands at £1,250. You've done incredibly well. Anything you'd particularly like to see come up in this last round?
Films.
Yeah, films. We're good at films.
OK, well, as always, you start this round off by choosing your own category, and here are your choices. They are classic rock albums, neighbours, religious history, English sport in the 1990s.
I want to go for the first one, but you want to...
No, go for the first
Sure?
one. Yeah, we'll go for...
Can we please go for classic rock albums?
Classic rock albums it is. That's what they've gone for, Richard, classic rock albums.
Yeah, we're going to give you 3 options now. We are looking for any track on the original release of any of these 3 albums, please. Any track on the original release of Nevermind by Nirvana, Led Zeppelin 4 by Led Zeppelin, or Appetite for Destruction by Guns N' Roses. So any track on the original releases of any of those albums, please. Very, very best of luck, and good luck at home as well if you want to have a go at this one.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. Now, as always, you've got up to a minute to come up with 3 answers, and to win that jackpot of £1,250, you just need one of those answers to be pointless. Now, remember, your answers can come from any of these categories. You can choose which categories and how you spread them yourself. I mean, it could be all 3 from one category if you like, or 1 from each. It's up to you. Are you ready?
Yes, we are.
Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now.
Dave, this is all yours.
Yeah, Nevermind is Nirvana. Huge fan. My mind's gone blank. So, there is Come As You Are. There is Smells Like Teen Spirit. There'll Be High. I don't know Led Zeppelin 4. I know Led Zeppelin, but not that album particularly. Appetite for Destruction, I'm going to go for... No, it'd be too high. Let's stick with the first album.
Yeah.
So, all 3 from Nevermind. We'll go for Come As You Are. We'll go for... Oh, crikey. Smells Like Teen Spirit. We'll go for...
It's down to you, Dave. I don't know any of them. You're the rock one.
It's gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
I've gone blank.
It's all right. Think of...
I'll take one from Appetite for
Yeah.
Destruction as well. I'll go for Welcome to the Jungle.
Welcome to the jungle, yeah. So what...
10 seconds left.
Come As You Are. Smells Like Teen Spirit. Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah, do it. Well done. Down to you.
OK,
Think so?
you've got your answers. Well, your time is now up. What are those answers going to be?
This is a dream category for me, but I've gone blank. I'm going to go for 2 from Nevermind
Yep.
and 1 from Appetite for Destruction.
Your 2 from Nevermind are
Come As You Are
Come As You Are,
and Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Smells Like Teen Spirit,
And Appetite for Destruction will be Welcome to the Jungle.
Welcome to the Jungle from Appetite for Destruction. Now, of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Come As You Are.
Come As You Are will put last. Which is least likely?
Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Smells Like Teen Spirit will put first. OK, let's pop those answers up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have got Smells Like Teen Spirit, Welcome to the Jungle, and Come As You Are. Well, very, very best of luck. 3 good answers there. You had a bit of a mind freeze, though, didn't you? However, there are some good answers up there. What if one of those were to be pointless and were to win you that jackpot? What would you do with it, Karen? What would your share of the jackpot
Well,
do?
being ex-cabin crew, one of the places I didn't get to visit was South America, so I'd love to tour South America.
Very good. Dave, how about you?
I've had my eye on a guitar for a while that I can't justify buying myself, and this would buy it for me, so...
OK, well, best of luck. We were looking to find out whether Smells Like Teen Spirit, your first answer, appeared on Nevermind. You're pretty sure it does. But the question really is it pointless? If it is, it will win you £1,250. Let's find out. Smells Like Teen Spirit. Is it on Nevermind? Is it pointless? Well, it's right. How far down the column is it going to go? It's taking us through the 50s, through the 40s, down through the 30s, still going down, into the teens, 19. 19. Probably their best-known song, though. So unfortunately not a pointless answer, but we then move on to slightly less proven territory. Appetite for Destruction was the album, and you thought Welcome to the Jungle was on that album. This is your second shot at that pointless jackpot. Only 2 more chances to win that £1,250. So let's find out for £1,250. Welcome to the Jungle, is that on Appetite for Destruction? Yes, it is. Well, your first answer, Smells Like Teen Spirit, took us all the way down to 19. Your second answer passes that mark into single figures. Down it goes, 6. Very well done indeed, 6. This is all moving in the right direction, Dave and Karen. Still not pointless, though. However, your third and final answer was Come As You Are, which you decided to put last because you thought it was your best and most likely answer to be pointless. Let's find out for £1,250. This has to be correct, then it has to be pointless. Is Come As You Are on Nevermind? Did anyone remember it? Well, it's right. Smells Like Teen Spirit took us down to 19. Welcome to the Jungle took us down to 6. Come As You Are passes 19. Down it goes into single figure. Oh, 7! Three good answers there, Karen and Dave. 2 particularly good, going down into single figures. You'd have always been thrilled to get that as a score in normal play. But unfortunately, you didn't manage to find a pointless answer. And in this round, it has to be pointless. So I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot of £1,250. That rolls over onto the next show, but we have loved having you on the show. And you do, of course, get to take home a pointless trophy each. So well done.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. You've done terrifically well to get here, and I could just see in your eyes, I could see it all go from you. I'm so sorry. But let's take a look at the pointless answers. Firstly, from Nevermind. Breed was a pointless answer. The hidden track, Endless Nameless, was a pointless answer. Lounge Act, Stay Away, Drain You was also a pointless answer. All of those points, you would have got 1 point for Something in the Way, 1 point for On a Plane, 2 for In Bloom and Polly, 3 points for Lithium. Tracks on Led Zeppelin 4 that were pointless: Going to California, Misty Mountain, Hop, The Battle of Evermore, When the Levee Breaks. You also could have had 4 sticks. Those were the pointless answers there. You got 1 point for Rock and Roll and Black Dog. And on Appetite for Destruction, It's So Easy, My Michelle and Think About You. All of those were pointless answers. Very well done if you've got any of those at home. Good category for some people, I know. It should have been a good category for you, Dave, but, you know, if it goes, it goes.
Thanks very much. Well, unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to you, Karen and Dave, but we've loved having you on the show. Thank you so much for playing. Great contestants, Karen and Dave. So Karen and Dave didn't win our jackpot today, which means it rolls over onto the next show when we will be playing for £2,250. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.